Hey, what's up, Guardians? TBL here, coming back at you bright and early on another wonderful Wednesday morning to talk to you a bit about some of the things that went on last week. Of course, we just concluded last week's Iron Banner tournament. It was Clash once again this time, baby, which makes me super duper happy. Of the 3 Iron Banner game modes, I easily prefer Clash to Control and Rift. If you had to ask me what order I'd like to play them in, I'd say Clash is probably my favorite, Control second favorite, and then Rift is my least favorite. Because, you know, in Control, when you're playing with randoms, you can kind of carry a team. In Rift, if you're not playing in a team and you're going up against a team, RIP to you, you're probably not going to get that win. But in Clash, oh yeah, every man for himself, and I can pretty much, I won't exactly say fully carry my team, but I can definitely do a lot of good on my own. So I was definitely happy to see that the game mode was back to Clash this time around. You guys know I didn't play too much of the previous Iron Banner. I had like maybe a total of 5 or maybe 6 matches before I said, you know what, I can't do this. So I was happy to see it was back on a game mode that I prefer. And over the course of this video, we're going to be giving you guys sort of my review, my experience with Iron Banner this week. What I liked, what I didn't like, what I think of the rewards, and whether or not the tournament itself works. But right here, watch this, get that flank. I just started using the Mida multi-tool again at the very end of this Iron Banner tournament. Again, this took place like Monday night, late Monday night, when I was getting my, my final runs done on my Hunter. And I immediately started questioning myself as to why I wasn't using the Mida the entire time. I was straight wasting my time trying to use legendary primaries in this thing. Oh man, the state of the Crucible is not in a good spot in terms of primary gameplay, but that's a commentary for a completely separate day. Let's talk a little bit about the Iron Banner. So first things first, connection-wise, how was it? And my answer to this is kind of weird. The first day, Tuesday last week, the Iron Banner was absolutely crispy. The connections were fast and clean, and I could get into matches really quickly. It didn't keep putting me up against fire teams, and going in with that Still Piercer. Oh gosh, I love this sniper rifle. But for the most part, connections on Tuesday were pretty crispy. They were quick, they were smooth. I didn't really notice too many problems. Every day after that, however, was an absolute nightmare. Character-wise, I ran the Iron Banner in this order. My Warlock first over the course of last week, and then my Titan on most of Monday, and then my Hunter late Monday night. Now, my Warlock had a rough time, my Titan had an even rougher time, my Hunter had a pretty easy time, and connections had a lot to do with it. I don't know what happened to Bungie's matchmaking over the course of the Iron Banner, but there was some really spooky stuff going on all over the place. I talked a little bit about this on this week's episode of the End of the Week podcast, but on Thursday night, Gen X 100 was squatting up, getting a couple of viewers together to hold a live stream of Iron Banner, and I decided to join them. So I jumped into a fire team. We were a full team of 5, and this was when I was playing on my Warlock, and we decided to jump into some matches. Now, shortly into our first match, I noticed something was off. First off, for whatever reason, the game decided to completely load me into another room completely separate from the one that that the rest of my fire team was in. As a matter of fact, hold on, I'm going to transition this thing into the gameplay itself. I put a video up of this about a day ago, showing off exactly what happened, but as you can see, I was in a fire team with my friends, and we loaded on up into the Iron Banner. We had a 5-man squad, and we decided to jump in. Now, the first match we had was spooky enough. It just started kicking everybody from the room one by one until our entire team had been booted from the match. And then after that, things got even spookier. We loaded up into the next match, and as you're seeing on here, about a minute and a half into it, I noticed something wasn't quite right, and I took a look at the lobby board, and for some reason, the game took me out of my fire team and spawned me into a completely separate match from everybody else who was in my fire team. Now, I'm still in the fire team there, as you can see on the screen. I'm still in Gen X 100's fire team. It just put me in a completely separate room, and it did this 4 times in a row. No idea what was going on there. Eventually, we just decided to laugh it off, call it quits, and go play some Call of Duty and Final Fantasy XIV. But it was just some really weird stuff going on. Of course, there was also some definite lag shenanigans going on with kind of the whole false green bar epidemic going on in the Crucible right now where it says everybody's got a green bar connection, but people are moving around like red bars, so there was definitely still a lot of lag in the Iron Banner. And like I said earlier, the Warlock run was definitely rough. I got that finished and up to rank 5 by, I think, Saturday. My Titan I started on Friday and then finished up, I think, on Sunday, getting him to rank 5. And then my Hunter, I literally just started my Hunter on Monday night, and it took me about an hour and a half before I hit rank 5. My Hunter was smooth and easy, and made me wonder why I don't just play this class in Crucible. Seriously, I'm normally a Warlock guy, as you guys know, but I have been having an absolute ton of fun with my Hunter in the Crucible. It's a great class, and I'm really enjoying it. But beyond that, reward-wise, I did get the rocket launcher as well as the sniper rifle. I got, I think, 2 drops of the sniper rifle, one of which was pretty good. And 2 drops of the rocket launcher, neither of which is great, but one of which came with, like, tracking and life support and something else in the middle tree. I think maybe javelin to boost its velocity a little bit. So it's going to be a pretty decent PvE sniper. From my rank 5 packages, I got 2 of the Iron Banner shotguns, the Daedrus's Retort. It's a higher rate of fire shotgun that definitely needs a little bit more stability. And if you can get that, it's really not too bad. On my Titan, I got some 320 boots, which I was definitely hyped about. It almost made the horrible grind worthwhile. And that's pretty much it for my rewards. I did get a couple of 315 plus ghosts, so those are always nice, but I picked up some 320s from previous Iron Banners, so I'm pretty much good in terms of ghosts. And overall, I'll give this Iron Banner a thumbs up. It worked out for me. Of course, I did enjoy Clash a little bit more. There was definitely still connection issues going on in the Crucible. Almost every day after Tuesday just put me up against incredibly frustrating lag and whatnot. And beyond that, there's definitely still issues going on with putting single players into rooms against full fire teams. Like, every single match that I've played has been against a full fire team. It's kind of crazy. And I don't know why it's happening, but again, this Iron Banner, it had its problems. It had a lot of problems, but I played through it, got to rank 5 on all 3 characters, and I did get some pretty decent rewards out of it. So, overall, I'm pretty glad I did it. But that's how things went for me. Be sure to let me know how the Iron Banner treated you guys in the comment section below. Did you get a decent drop? Be sure to let me know. And before we close this video out, I just wanted to say that Bungie held its first, I guess, new Twitch studio ride-along of the Dreadnought today. It was some pretty interesting stuff. Now, of course, nothing new was announced, and Bungie did come out beforehand and say that, hey, we're just going to be showing off a couple of missions in the Dreadnought and talking about some of the design choices that were behind those missions. It was overall, in my opinion, some interesting stuff. Again, maybe a little bit boring. There wasn't anything new in there. They just ran 2 missions that we've all run a million times. But I guess I didn't go in there expecting anything, so I was able to just sit back, relax, and enjoy seeing some of the concept art and understanding some of the game design behind Destiny and the overarching world that it's built. I thought it was pretty cool, and I can't wait for the one that they're going to hold next week, which is based around sound design. Destiny has fantastic sound design, and they're supposed to be having some of the game's voice actors on for that one. Gonna be a good time. But alright, that's pretty much going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and of course be sure to let me know what you think of all of this stuff surrounding Destiny in the comment section below. What do you want to see from Bungie's ride-along series? As for me, I'm out for now. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.